PL patrons, it's Betsy Bleck. I am the director of the Oconomowoc Public Library, and I want to know if you would like to come with me on a behind-the-scenes tour of the library. We've been thinking of some fun ways we could celebrate this highly unusual National Library Week with you, and we thought, let's show some of those nooks and crannies of the library that we don't always get to see on the patron side. So just to kind of give you an idea of where we are right now, we are here at the employee-only entrance, okay? So we're already seeing something new. Okay, our first stop on our tour is right here, the boiler room. Very, very glamorous. I'm hoping there are some HVAC enthusiasts out there who will enjoy this part of the tour. Now, we received a new boiler, gosh, just a year or two ago. Boy, do we ever love our new boiler. It keeps us cozy, comfy all year round. You know what that is? The salt. Here's hoping we don't need to use that anytime soon. Maybe even not until next winter. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, now continuing down the hallway, we have a little maintenance closet here. In there, we've got a slop sink and lots of tools. And then we go down this hallway here. Okay, so just to kind of show you where we are, this door here is the back door to the summer reading room. So if you've ever come in with the kids and gotten some summer reading prizes, that's the back door to that room. And then you come here to my office. This is where I do my work, and I'll just show you a couple of things in this room. First of all, I love this beautiful roll-top desk. This roll-top desk came from the old library building, and it's just beautiful. It's just one of my favorite things. So there's that. And here is a quilt that Miss Fran, who used to work at the checkout desk, made. Here's a fun robot that Miss Marilyn, who just retired from the checkout desk, made. And she has a name. It's Opal, because O-P-L. What a cutie. And then out this window, I'll show you what the view is. Our beautiful community center just across the way. And I can see some beach there too, which is really nice. And then I'll show you a couple of things over here. Now, for those of you who recall the old library building, here it is. And if you look closely at this, you can see it is a jigsaw puzzle. You can see the jigsaw lines there. This puzzle was made by one of our friends of the library for the library's 125th anniversary celebration in 2018. So there's a really just a treasure that I really enjoy having in my office. And here is a jigsaw puzzle of the library's current location. You can tell it's a little bit of an older picture because the landscaping is different now, and we don't have the big sign over the door telling everybody that this is the library. So there you go. Just a couple of little fun things in my office. And before we go, I have to show you my wreath. This wreath was made for me, maybe 5 years ago by my friend, Miss Carrie, who is the patron of the library. And you can see, if you look closely, it's made out of a book. And this is just a treasure to me. I haven't taken it down once since Miss Carrie gave it to me. So thanks, Carrie. All right, and then here's my coworker, Lissa's office door. Of course, I didn't get permission from anybody to show anybody else's offices, so I won't really go in other people's offices, but there's where Lissa is. And then down here, we've got a little staff bathroom and some storage. And then we go into the break room. So sometimes maybe you don't see one of us out in the library. It might be because we're on our lunch break and we're in this room. And there's even a little spot for us to make a cup of coffee. If we need a little boost during the day, we can just bring some quarters back here and get a little K-cup of coffee. So the friends are so good to us to help us do that. Okay, then we're gonna go back out this way. So we kind of walked by this door before. I'm just gonna walk you through here real quick. This is just our copy room. Takes a lot of office supplies to make, and cleaning supplies to make the library work. And then we've got all of our office center here, our copy scanner, newer to us. We completely love it. And then we enter into this back room, okay? We're in a back room. There's some offices back here. Some things are a little different than usual back here just because we're closed because of the pandemic. And also just a little bit topsy-turvy because we had our carpets cleaned while we're closed. And so there are some things just that aren't quite where they usually would be. Here we have a special table for our volunteers to use when they come in. It takes a lot of volunteers to make the library work. So they come in here and have a spot to help us with all kinds of things, craft preparation, cleaning things, labeling things. We really appreciate our volunteers. And then we've got some staging area back here for our magazine giveaway. We even, if you were watching carefully there, you might have seen a sneak peek at a new collection we're going to unveil when things are back to normal, but I don't want to give too much away about that. Okay, our next stop on our tour is the most popular stop on our field trips for young kids when school field trips come in, and that's the inside of the outside book drop. So this would be if you come and return items, walk up this sidewalk to return items, and you put the items in the slot. I'll show you where they end up. They end up right here in this room, which we have called Pat Andrus's Secret Stash of Books. A little bit of background about that. Pat worked at the checkout desk from 1987 to 2011. So when she retired, we decided we wanted to name the book drop room after her because in that many years, Pat checked the book drop a lot. And so here's what it looks like. Okay, you open this door, and then you see right in here. Now I just got this, staff have this all cleaned up for you, so it's not bursting with books like it is in the morning when we check it. But what happens is patrons return items through the slot. Oh, how perfect would it be if somebody returned a book right now? And they fall right in here. And I'll tell you today, in the book drop, there was a note from a patron. It was so nice. The patron said, "We really miss you." That made our day to see that. So that's the book drop. That's the book drop. All right, so then continuing on down the way here, for anyone who's attended our story times before, I'm going to show you the stage door entrance that Freddie the Frog and Gotcha Bird used for those 40 years. And now that Gotcha Bird and Momo the Monkey use. So a bit of background about this. This door is called the Emma Lou Sandsmark Stage Door Entrance. Emma Lou, just like Pat Andrus, had a long tenure at the checkout desk. She worked there from 1975 to 2011. And while she worked here, and then for a long time after she retired, she was one of our puppeteers who played Freddie the Frog. So when Emma Lou retired from her job at the checkout desk, we renamed this door for her. Okay, so when the puppets arrive for the puppet show, they come in through this door. Okay, and then they come through this door, and then usually the puppet house is right back here, so they just would walk right up to the puppet house, and then they would look out and see all their Storytime friends. Now you can see we have a little flooring project in the works, so that's exciting, but that gives you a little bit of an idea of what our puppeteers see when they come through the door. So since Emma Lou retired as our puppeteer, she has been succeeded by Sue Boyer, and Sue plays Momo the Monkey. So now Ann Olson, Freddie the Frog, Ann Olson, Gotcha Bird, and Sue Boyer, Momo the Monkey, come through the stage door. Now, a fun fact about the library, there is actually, we call it a penthouse, and there's just some, basically some more HVAC stuff up there. I would love nothing more than to take you up there, but honestly, I don't know that I could do that and climb the ladder, open the hatch, and hold on to the camera. So you'll have to just trust me. It's just a ladder up to the roof. Okay, and then a couple other things to show you. These are all the things people have returned that we haven't shelved yet. So you can see people have been returning things. Now I have an update for you. Nothing is due back to the library until June 1st. So you're certainly welcome to keep returning things to the library, but just know that you're not going to get any overdue fines until June 1st. Okay, so anyway, we put all the things that have been returned on these carts, and then we go out and shelve them as quickly as possible. Okay, and our next stop over here is the bins. Now the bins are something you have benefited from if you have ever placed a hold on an item that we don't own at the Oconomowoc Library, but that another library owns. Okay, so if you find a book and you say, oh gosh, okay, our copy here at Oconomowoc is checked out, but look, McQuanago's copy is in, I'll place a hold on it. Then the library staff at the Mukwonago Library pull it off the shelf, scan it through, and they put it in this bin. And then every business day, a van delivery driver comes and drops off all the bins that are coming to our library and takes bins that are going from our library to others. It's really a wonderful system. It's a well-oiled machine, and it's just one of the wonderful benefits of belonging to the Bridges Library System. So there you go. You can see there are bins for each of our neighbors, Delafield, Heartland, Menominee Falls, Mukwonago. And as you know, we're part of the Bridges Library System, so there are 24 libraries that we can borrow things from. So how lucky are we? So we love that system. Okay, now, for those of you who love organization, this part's for you. I want to show you all the cases. Look at all the cases, just waiting to get filled with DVDs and audiobooks for you. And then over here, you can see all these boxes here are tape. They're all book tape. So you can imagine with the number of books that we get in the library, it takes a lot of tape. So to tape spines and even in some cases make some repairs. Speaking of repairs, here are some books that have been returned that just need a little TLC. So we have some special glue and other repair supplies we can use to sort of give those books another lease on life. Then over here, I'll show you, here are some books that are ready for the book sale. These are books that were in the library collection, but that we pulled because, for example, maybe they are worn out. The spine might be broken, some pages might be missing. Or it could be that an updated version of the book came out, so it's been superseded by something more current. Or it could be that there's old or outdated information in the book. So many reasons can go into why a book might not be a fit for the collection anymore. So we pull those and we get them ready for the book sale. And speaking of the book sale, my next stop to show you is the book sale closet. So now we're going to walk through this dark library. In case you're wondering what the library looks like when nobody's here, here it is. You can see we've got a couple of unusual things going on here. First of all, we have these tables. These tables are full of items that are going to other libraries from our library once our van delivery system starts back up again. You can see that. And then another unusual thing, we're kind of testing out some plexiglass that we were using for the elections here in the city that we might be able to use here at the library as well. We're not quite sure how that'll end up being configured, so we're just kind of testing out some ideas right now. Okay, now we're headed for the book sale closet. Now, a note about the book sale. You can come in anytime the library is open, so not right now since we're closed. And you can, let's say you're one of the many people who's been cleaning out some closets during this time. You can donate those to the book sale and we'll sell them. And those proceeds all help the library. And you can bring those to the checkout desk anytime the library is open. Okay, so here you can see what it looks like. This closet will be full of materials for the book sale. Just chock full. Okay, so there you go. That's where we store all those things. Close that door up. There's another view of what the library looks like while we're closed. Boy, do we ever miss you. You know, it's really something else right now, isn't it? With everything being so different. And I know that eventually we'll be able to be back together again. But in the meantime, I just, as a side note, while we're touring, I want to tell you we're all thinking about you and missing you a lot. Look out here. While the library is closed, we took the opportunity to have one of our planned building update projects done, and that is to replace these sliding doors, the 3 sliding doors that you walk through to come in. These were original to the building and we're starting to have some issues, so we were able to replace them and they're almost done. They just have one more day to come in and wrap some things up. So you might even be able to tell the difference just backing up. You can already tell that the door is bigger. So yay! So that's a little improvement we were able to make while we were closed. And gosh, I think that you have seen all the highlights of the library at this point. I'm sure this is an extreme close-up, so my apologies. All right. So everyone, that concludes the tour. I hope you are staying safe and staying healthy. I hope you know how much we all miss you. We really appreciate all the and notes of encouragement and questions about when we can reopen. And we know that you depend on the library, and we sure appreciate you and love you. So we're hoping as soon as it's safe, we'll be back together. And until then, please stay tuned to our Facebook and our Instagram and our website. And also, please let us know of anything we can do to assist you. We've got tons of resources at our disposal that we can connect you with. So let us know. And in closing, happy National Library Week. Thanks, bye.